Hey everybody, QG here. So, I was in the process of making that other Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 video I told you guys earlier today I was going to work on, and out of nowhere, we got a new game confirmation for a Dreamworks kart racer. A game we haven't seen in at least a decade, and probably only like the second actual console crossover release for Dreamworks, and it also turns out that this game is being produced by Game Mill, developed by Bamtang Games, the same company behind the Kart Racers games for Nick and the soon-to-be-released Avatar game. So safe to assume that this is what we're getting this year, and that this is probably Game Mill's last project this year, and not Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. That being said, I'm okay with that, because first of all, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2's biggest issue at launch was that it released how people deemed unfinished. So if it gets a whole nother year of development, that's more than fine. I think that's absolutely okay, and I feel like that bodes well for the odds of us getting even more content and characters, and really even just content. Like, the game is just gonna be so much better if it gets a whole nother year of development. I really hope that's what's happening here. But enough about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. We have a Dreamworks kart racer game. We haven't seen a Dreamworks crossover game in ages. I talked before in my Make the Roster video on Dreamworks how they literally don't make crossover games for this company, and within weeks I'm immediately proven wrong, I guess. But yeah, I decided I want to go ahead and analyze this. I'm going to go over this. Expect videos on this. So, let's start with this picture. So, it gets into it later in the article, but the Trolls characters are actually part of the vehicles and act as a power-up of sorts, or like an assist of sorts. We're going to get to that, but as far as this pick, which I only assume is going to be the box art, we have what seems to be definitely styled after the new Dreamworks intro, which is cool. I think that's a really neat detail. But also, as far as the characters go, we have Shrek, we have Tigress, we have Poe, we have Hiccup, and we have Boss Baby. And it looks like Toothless is a vehicle, so presumably not a playable character. But yeah, that's 5 characters here. From the Trolls franchise, we also see Poppy, Branch, this techno one from Trolls 2, this country one from Trolls 2, and I don't know who this one is, but yeah, that's what those ones are. So let's just start reading. Dreamworks Animation All-Stars Shrek, Puss in Boots, Boss Baby, Hiccup, and a whole bunch of trolls are getting the Mario Kart treatment for a new game coming soon, Dreamworks All-Star Kart Racing. The crossover kart racer will span 2 decades of the Dreamworks cinematic catalog, borrowing characters from the Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon films, as well as Megamind and the Bad Guys. Dreamworks All-Star Kart Racing looks to spice up the kart racing genre with a few twists. Magical switches on racecourse can be struck to uncover hidden shortcuts, and Dreamworks Animation's trolls will ride along with racers and are equipped with power-ups and special surprises, according to publisher Game Mill Entertainment. The extended Shrek family is strongly represented in Dreamworks All-Star Kart Racing. The eponymous ogre, his ogre wife Fiona, Donkey, and Puss in Boots are all playable racers. Wolf from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, also known as Death, is also playable, but is one of 2 characters exclusive to a digital deluxe version of the game. The other is going to be Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. Each character is going to have their own kart. Shrek's looks all swampy, Fiona's is onion-inspired, and Donkey's is modeled after the mother of his children. Why would they phrase it like that? I assume that means dragon, though, which means she's probably also not playable. They can be upgraded with cosmetics and other customizations. Other confirmed racers include Poe, Tigress, and Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda, Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind, and Mr. Wolf from The Bad Guys. Game Mill promises 20 fan-favorite characters and a variety of tracks based on locations from DreamWorks movies. This isn't DreamWorks' first foray into kart racing by a long shot. DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing stands on the shoulders of 2006's Shrek Smash and Crash Racing, 2009's Madagascar Karts, and 2011's DreamWorks Superstar Karts, all of which featured a raceable Shrek. DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing is heading to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X later this year. It'll cost $39.99 or $49.99 for the digital deluxe version. The game features 8-player online races and 4-player local split-screen multiplayer. In addition to this is getting into a different game. We don't have to talk about that yet, but let's get into these pictures. So, First up, we have Shrek. Looks like we have Barb from the Trolls franchise here. I also see Kitty Softpaws in the back here, presumably with the Country Troll. So I assume she's also playable. This looks like a troll stage, definitely. Next up is this picture. We have Donkey, playable. Looks like with another troll here. That's Megamind, obviously, with the Techno Troll. I'm not entirely sure what stage this is, or would be from. Maybe Bad Guys is my guess for what this place could be. It's either like the Bad Guys or Madagascar or something like that. Next up, we have this one, which shows Poe, Mr. Wolf, and Fiona. They got their own carts, and we also see that this is at the location of Kung Fu Panda 3, the Panda Village. Here we see Shrek with another troll. This looks like this is probably either a How to Train Your Dragon stage, or it's it could be a Shrek stage too, but I'm leaning How to Train Your Dragon potentially. I don't know what troll this is. Not super important, honestly. It looks like there might actually be 2 on each side, and it looks like in the very next stage you can see that it is in fact 2. We have another picture with Poe here. This stage looks sick, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, genuinely, I'm excited for this game, and the pictures they're showing actually look impressive. Like, this one specifically looks really cool. Definitely, this is from Kung Fu Panda. I presume Kung Fu Panda 3? I could be wrong. Could just be from any of the Kung Fu Pandas. And then we have a 4-player thing going on here. So, we see Mr. Wolf. We see, that looks like Master Shifu. That's Fiona, and that's Donkey. If I can get a closer look here. So I see Puss in Boots, I see Hiccup, I see Donkey, I see Shifu, I see Shrek. I can't entirely tell who this is, but honestly, that might be, Perito from Puss in Boots 2, potentially. I could be wrong on that. That's obviously Poe. That's Fiona, I presume. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna guess that's Perito from, the Puss in Boots 2. And then, of course, we have customization stuff here. You can customize the chassis, engine, wheels, and spoilers. With Mr. Wolf here is playable. And then the last picture we have here is showing this Kung Fu Panda stage off again, which again looks sick. We have Master Shifu and Puss in Boots. Yeah, not a lot to go on there. A lot of music note stuff I'm seeing, but I do think if you go back a couple images to this like UI, there's this music thing. This, I think, is related to the trolls. It looks like these are also the items. So these look like, oh god, what's his name? Kai Lung? Is that his name? Tai Lung? Or Kai? The villain of Kung Fu Panda 3. That looks like his weapons, and then this looks like the guitar Puss in Boots uses in Puss in Boots 2. It looks like you can collect music notes. I imagine it's like a boost of sorts. Yeah, I am genuinely excited for this. Definitely expect more videos on this game in the future. Again, sorry to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 fans who are really excited for the game, hopefully coming this year, but as it turns out, it seems like it's definitely not, which honestly, it might be for the better in the long run. It's only gonna, the game can only turn out better the longer amount of development time it gets, and it makes certain things we thought weren't as likely before, probably more likely as a result. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Keep an eye out for more Dreamworks All-Star Kart Racing videos in the future because you're gonna see them. And until the next video, peace.